Good morning, Mr. Brad. How are you this morning?
Good, Mr. Down. Go getting set up for the morning session here.
Good.
Want to welcome everybody to this morning's coaching session, group coaching session focused on the S&P 500 E-mini. If you need charts, let us know. If you need a setup to start trading, let us know. If you want to join us live in our Zoom home base, it's daytradingmarkets.org, daytradingmarkets.org. If you're joining us out on our socials, welcome. Take a moment to like us, share us. Very helpful for us. Appreciate it. Repost us. Find us in our home base on the social. We started a community on X. Also known as Twitter, also known as X. It's Day Trading Markets. Take a moment to join the community. Again, like us and share us. We're focused on scalping the S&P 500 E-mini, teaching and educating traders to do the same. We're looking to pick up $200, $300, $400, $500 based on this morning's trade. If you'd like to learn how to do the same, join us live in our Zoom room. You just put in the daytradingmarkets.org in your browser, and that should, it's quick registration. It's a free access pass. Pop in. So this is a group coaching session for traders that are looking to get set up, work on their trading skills during the group coaching session focused on the S&P 500 E-mini. If you like what we're doing here, invite your friends, repost us, like us, share us. Saul is your trade along coach. He's a 25-year veteran trader of the trading pits in Chicago. He is currently scalping the market for his own trading account. He's also teaching and mentoring traders to do the same based on his price action trading methodology, his trading technique. He starts the morning session. He sets up the trading session by setting key levels that he believes gives him an advantage over other traders based on his own trading. And he can teach you to do the same. All the trading education, getting set up for trading platforms. If you're interested in earning a funded trading account, you'd like to trade your own capital, that's all done in our Zoom room. To pop into our Zoom room, it's daytradingmarkets.org. If you want to get to know us a little bit, hang out, go through the morning session with us. If you have charts, put up an S&P 500 E-mini chart. If you don't have charts and you'd like to get set up with charts, we can help you do that. Again, just join us in our Zoom room and ask. It should drop you right in. If you're having an issue, check your email. Get an email to pop in on a daily basis to join the group coaching session. Coaching session is multifaceted. Gives you an opportunity to get yourself set up, get your chart set up, your order entry. Practice trade, practice trade, practice trade. Based on a price action trading methodology, get better and better. Based on your socials, the social you're connecting to us on, you take a moment, find us as far as our home base on that social. There's a whole bunch of content in there. If you can share us around, repost us, like us. If you see a like in there, add a like. If you see a thumbs up in there, add a thumbs up. It's great for the algorithms. If you know somebody or you are somebody that can help us get out of the box, in other words, we'd like to get out to TikTok and Instagram. If you can help us do that, that'd be great. I know enough to be dangerous. I don't know if you're allowed to say that these days. Sal's a good egg. You'll pick up that pretty quickly. You also pick up pretty quickly that he has talent, and he's got talent to share. Got a nice group of people that are part of his daily Zoom experience. We've got new traders coming in, getting set up to work their own trading platform for their own benefit. Again, the concept here is how do you get good enough to be able to pick up 2, 3, 4, $500 on one contract, trading the S&P 500 E-mini both on the long side, trading when the market is going up, downside when the market is going down. Looking to pick up 2 points plus on each trade, generally defending at 2 points, but that can expand based on the action of price and what's happening in the market. It's like having an individual who is seasoned, currently trading, take you around the shoulder and teach you the skill set and the nuances of scalping the market for your own benefit. What I say for your own benefit is that you set yourself up as an independent contractor. You can go a couple different ways. You can work your own risk capital, or you could look to trade somebody else's capital. In other words, there are funders out there. You bring the skill set, they'll bring the money. And we have links for that. We have affiliates for that. So we can help you get set up and rolling in your, for your opportunity. It's like anything. If you were opening up a franchise, starting a business, whatever you're interested in doing, to me, this is a business. You got to set yourself up the right way. You have to develop a skill set since you're the talent in your business. You've got to exercise that skill set. And in this case, be taught, mentored, adjusted, and tweaked based on a 25-year veteran trader of the trading pits, and work yourself into the art form and become the best trader you can be for yourself. That's the best part. Being able to come to your screens for a couple hours a day. We pick the morning session as our opportunity zone. We open up this service at 8:30. We get everybody set up. If you haven't gotten set up, we can help you get set up based on our affiliate links. We've got one-on-one coaching sessions for individual traders. All our services are done via Zoom, one-on-one coaching sessions between you and your trade along coach, working with you in the art of price action trading is done in a private classroom, a meeting room, in Zoom, where you can share your screens. You have a headset and a microphone, share your screens, interact, learn, and then come into this group coaching session as the application of your learning. From a risk profile, the opportunity to trade has a risk reward profile. You have to understand the risk reward. But the concept of being set up to practice trade, You're set up with your own trading account, set up with your own real-time data. You set up a S&P 500 E-mini chart and order entry. You can work with Sol to get yourself set up properly. It's like standing on the shoulder of somebody else that's already done it, currently doing it, to help you, avoid, right? The mistakes that people, the traps that people fall in. The idea of price action trading, scalping the market where the rubber meets the road at the price action level of the trade. Is where the action is, in our opinion, is where the opportunity to make money is, or where it lives. But right now we're coming into 9 a.m. We've been sending some people up in the background. Appreciate it. Remember, when you get set up, you're simulating trading first, working on your skill set against real-time data. You're working the market based on, in this case, a price action trading methodology that is teachable by us, learnable by you, exercised, practiced by you. We work the market from 9:30, the opening bell, to 11. After that, we have an open mic forum where you can ask questions, interact about this service, trading in general. You have a headset and a microphone. You come into Zoom. You can have a nice dialogue about what you'd like to do, how you'd like to do it. Your situation. Everybody's situation is different. Buckling down and focusing on the concept of trading the market, looking to trade the market as a serious hobby. We've even heard side hustle, trading as a living. It's all part of it. When you can come to your screens with confidence, come to your screens with a trading technique, put that trading technique to work, and spin out money, bank your money for the day. I think that's much better than that. And of course, trading has risk. If you're trading your own capital, it should only be capital you can afford to lose. We encourage individuals to trade based on in this case, a price action trading methodology that we can teach you, help you with, tweak and adjust you with. And practice the heck out of it until you get so good at it, so confident at it. And when you work yourself into trading with real money up, your risk capital, work with your trade along coach as you make that transition. Based on the relationship, based on this group coaching session and your one-on-one coaching sessions with your trade along coach. So take a moment, like us, share us, post us. First off, if you can, find our home base, right? Within the social that you're connecting to us on, within that social. In X, join our community, Day Trading Markets. You'll find it in there. It's pinned, when you come find us. In our at Day Trading MKTS. It's Day Trading Markets, right? You'll see Sol's picture in the charts. Then at Day Trading MKTS. And then you'll see that under communities, Day Trading Markets. It says Day Trading Markets Community. When you get in there, repost us, like us, share us. Very helpful for this opportunity for individuals out there that are looking to get set up and see if they got the chops to trade. Trading capital is a big one. If you'd like trading capital, we can help you. The ability to trade somebody else's capital based on your blossoming expertise. The simulation environment in trading has gotten better. When you set yourself up to trade within that environment and you work the discipline, in this case, price action trading discipline, you can really develop a skill set for yourself. Yeah, I see some of the likes coming through. Appreciate it. If you haven't done it, take the time. Just takes a minute. Yeah, that's right. You get your own trading account. You set yourself up. We can help you with that. Review our charts. Charting is very easy to set up. Your order entry is very easy to set up. Set yourself to practice trading with one contract. I would spend a day, 2 days just trading to loosen up, learn your order entry. In this case, learn how to plot Sol's levels. He's going to give out levels for his group coaching session right before the cash open for validity. Right now it's 9:02, so we'll do that around 9:25. He'll give them out in audio to everybody. It's going to be a pivot and other levels on top and bottom of that pivot. That's how he frames his trading morning. He believes it gives him an advantage over other traders by laying out how he lays out these levels, and he can teach you how to do that, based on his one-on-one coaching. So you can make it your own. He can teach you what to do with the levels, the entries, exits, and stops based on a price action trading methodology, and you can practice and apply that, ask questions, interact, be adjusted and tweaked based on your technique. It's not unlike hiring somebody to help you do anything. You think about it, right? I always say the difference between, doing something and doing it to win. Doing it to be better than the other individual. And I'll tell you why is that there are people out there that don't know what they're doing. They're trading with the herd, and they're getting fleeced by those that know what they're doing. And you can make a decision to be one or the other, right? Trading is a contact sport. It's a zero-sum game where for you to make money, somebody's got to lose money. There's a lot of action that happens right after the cash open. We're talking Eastern Time, New York, 9:30. Coming up. Got a lot of traders out there, individuals looking to trade. No matter how they came into the game, they're all in the starting gate, ready for the cash market to open. They're all chafing at the bit. They've all got their game plan, whether it's a spoken, thought out game plan or a game plan when the market opens. And the bell goes off and they all go nuts. And there's a lot of activity. And unfortunately, in our opinion, or my opinion, there's a lot of trading losses that are happening that are not only unfortunate, but quite frankly can be avoided by not being part of the herd, by being a seasoned, good, experienced trader that doesn't get spun up in that. And we tried to provide you with the Viva la Différence, which starts out with Sol's scalping levels. And then it's a matter of being able to pick your spots based on being very patient and letting the market come to you instead of chasing it around and getting spun up and spit out by the market. An awful lot of people get spun up into a horrible amount of losses. There's a lot of individuals that come to the the concept of trying to make a buck trading, and a lot of them don't last long. And we look to help individual traders not only last long, but have a technique that they can learn and count on, that they can be adjusted and tweaked based on that technique. And you have to also remember that Sol is a trader that is coming to his screens to do the best he can based on the morning session, working the market from 9:30 to 11. He is at risk. He has to adjust and tweak himself based on the action of price. And there are days when he sits on his hands and doesn't do anything. There are other days where he trades quite often because the market is giving him what he's looking for based on his price action trading technique. And those are the type of things that you can discuss with him based on his experience and you looking to pick up experience, in the market for yourself. So when you pop into Zoom, if you don't have charts, ask. If you have charts, put up an S&P 500 E-mini chart. Be prepared to write Sol's levels down when he gives them out in audio. He does repost them or have them reposted in the chat, but it takes a little time, so you might want to write them down. Pay attention how the market is unfolding during the opening bell. Pay attention to how his levels are working. He'll take over the session. He'll be the one that you'll be interacting with. Ask him questions. I think it's also important for you to understand that he's trading, so make your questions count. If you have questions about setup, getting your charts going, we can do that, between our 8:30 open here, AM. Right now it's 9:11. At about 9:15, we're working with people in the background to get them set up based on their interest. Hey, Maureen, good morning. There's a lot that goes on for your benefit, both publicly and privately here. Want to thank those that are joining us in our socials. Thanks for popping in. Take the next step, if you will. Interested in joining us in our live Zoom room. Daytradingmarkets.org is the URL to join us. Hey, Bob, how are you this morning? Gary? Hey, Mike, Ralph, Maureen, everybody else, good morning. You know, when they're popping in, they're getting set up. You know, make sure you put up your chat feature when you pop into Zoom. That's where we send out all our information and we communicate with you. If you have questions, post them in there. If you need links to get set up, let us know and we'll give you the links. Hey, Victor. When your trade along coach pops in, give him a big shout out. Have your trading pad ready to write down today's coaching levels.
Good morning, Maureen. Well, is it thawed out at your house yet? Yeah, we got lots of rain here. That front that pushed through, I guess it was early yesterday morning. It went all the way from the Gulf Coast all the way up into Michigan, pouring rain and tornadoes. Do y'all depend on the snow melt for water runoff? I wouldn't imagine it's kind of like California. They need a heavy snowpack so they'll have enough water to make it through the summer. Whatever that number was at 7:30, they didn't think too much of it. We also have the Fed meetings kind of underway, and they're going to make the statement tomorrow.
Wanted to welcome those that are joining us through our socials. If you want to join us live in our Zoom room, you can do that. You can do that now by joining us by putting in daytradingmarkets.org, daytradingmarkets.org into your browser. It'll register. You can register there. It's a free access pass into our Zoom room. We can help you get set up with charts. We can help you get set up with a trading platform. We can help you get set up to learn the art of day trading the market for yourself by setting you up with a trading platform through one of our affiliates. If you are looking to earn a funded trading account, we have an avenue for you to do that. So we have affiliate links going either way. If you have trading charts and you're all set up, you have a trading platform, put up an S&P 500 E-mini chart when you pop in. Review our charts. They're very simply represented. I'm here with Don. We're getting set up in the background. We're waiting for your trade along coach. Saul is your trade along coach. He is a 25-year veteran trader of the trading pits in Chicago. He is currently actively scalping the S&P 500 E-mini for his own trading account based on a price action trading strategy that he's developed over these years. Starts out the session by setting key levels. He sets out the session by setting key levels, a pivot, and other levels on top and bottom of that pivot. Saul considers these levels a trading advantage for himself over other traders. For this session, between 9:30 and 11 a.m. this morning, he's going to give out the levels to everybody. His scalping levels for this morning session as coaching levels for those that are currently scalping the market and are joining us in our service, and for those that are learning to develop the art of trading the market for themselves. We're looking to pick up $200, $300, $400, $500 during a session between 9:30 and 11. We look to do that on a daily basis. That's the goal. We're set up to be able to teach you, mentor you, adjust and tweak you. So we can set you up with a trading platform if you don't have it. If you're an experienced trader that's looking to really buckle down and do better in your trading, join us in our Zoom room. Daytradingmarkets.org is the URL to register. If you're out in one of our socials, please like us. Find our home base within the social. Go through what we have posted in the recent past. Please like us, share us, repost us so we can get the word out about Saul and his service. This is a unique opportunity for individuals to set themselves up to trade. Be an independent contractor. Learn the art of trading. Make it a serious hobby. Look to trade professionally for yourself. A side hustle. It's a great side hustle. You just got to know what you're doing. And we help you do that. We help you get set up and make money based on your interest in being your own boss, being an entrepreneur, getting set up to trade your own account. When you are trading one contract, when you get good enough, you move to 2 contracts and you increase the impact based on your trades. You need to understand the risk profile of trading. There is a significant risk reward component to trading an account for yourself, so you have to understand that, and we can help you understand that. When you sign up for your trading account, you do a test that you have you have the means, you have risk capital, so that's important. We do have another avenue which has become very popular, which is setting yourself up to trade somebody else's capital. In other words, you bring the talent. We can help you develop that talent in this service, but you bring the talent. They provide you with the capital to trade, and you have an arrangement. So you really don't need to have risk capital to trade, to day trade the market. You can set yourself up as a individual working to earn a funded trading account. And we can help you do that by being part of this service, being part of Saul's coaching and education. And it all starts out by joining us within this coaching session at daytradingmarkets.org. want to welcome those that are joining us in our Zoom room. I did send out the opportunity to join us on a permanent basis, monthly basis. I'm going to post that out to everybody now. If you have charts, put them up. If you need charts, let us know. If you're looking to earn a funded trading account, let us know. Use the chat feature to communicate back and forth with us. If you'd like a private trading consultation, ask and set up a telephone consultation with you, or by other means if you're out of the country. Hey, Victor, Stanley, Sophie, Ralph, Moham, hey, Mike, Maureen, hey, KG, Jeff, Gary, hey, Craig, Bob, Ash, Anupam, everybody else, good morning. Check your chat feature. You do have a message in there for you. Don't be a piker. Make sure you're signed up. When Saul pops in, he's going to take over. Here he comes. Give him a shout out. Let him know that you're paying attention. Take a moment to review his charts.
All right, good morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me all right? Let's give you our levels for this morning. Our pivot this morning is 51.29, 51.29. Upside resistance at 35, 43, 52, 64, and 73. Downside support 21, 11, 03, 50, 93, and 83. Pivot 29, resistance at 35, 43, 52, 64, 73. Downside support 21, 11, 03, 50, 93, and 83. All right, welcome to some of the new folks that are here. We're trading mini S&Ps. We're looking for opportunities to scalp the market based on the levels we just gave out, in addition to any price action trades that might occur. Combination of both of those gives us our opportunities, our setups for this morning. We are scalping the markets. We're looking to take advantage of ebbs and flows. We're trying to find these inflection points to create those opportunities. And these levels are part of them, and also any price action trades that might occur in addition. So we average about 4 to 5 trades a day, and we focus more on the morning hours to give us those opportunities. As the market upticks here a little bit, we're looking at the 35 area a little bit. We had a number come out this morning, as you can see here, with the reaction in the bond market as the market continues to slowly uptick here. We're looking at the 35 area. Okay. Oops. Well, hit our blue band and come flying off. I got up to 33 there and came flying off there against our blue band. So if you were a blue band trader, you getting paid out here very nicely. PCE employment cost index came out this morning. That's why we had a little push to the downside. And then at 8:45 we have Chicago PMI. At 9 o'clock we have consumer confidence. Both of those could be market movers, so we like to be flat when numbers are released as the market rotates back down here to the pivot area. Nice. If you did take the 33 entry point there against our pivot, you get a nice little rotation here. I'm sorry, against our blue band. So the PCE number came out, and the reading on that was, which is U.S. labor costs to rise by most in the year. This is from Bloomberg. A broad gauge of U.S. labor cost accelerated in the first quarter by more than forecast, illustrating persistent wage pressures that keep inflation elevated. The employment cost index, which measures the wages and benefits, increased 1.2%, the most in a year, after rising 0.9% at the end of 2023, according to Bureau of Labor Statistics. They exceeded all expectations, projections, Bloomberg says. So that was, it came out at 7:30. As you can tell, that's what happened there in the bond market. They did not like it. Good news, I guess, is right. Good news, wages up. Good news, bad news for the market. That's the way it's been lately. Well, who would have thought good wages up would be a bad number? But that's the environment we're living in. We'll repeat here the levels in a minute. I'll repeat them. Pivot this morning is 51.29, 51.29. Upside resistance at 35, 43, 52, 64, and 73. Downside support at 21, 11, 03, 50, 93, and 83. All right, so in addition to the employment cost index, which again was hotter than expected, again, any good number hotter than expected these days, as you can see, bond market, negative for the bond market, negative for equities, counterintuitive type of situation, right? There they are for you in the chat, the levels, in case you might have missed them or didn't write them down. Thanks, Don. Hey, Don, you going to be around at 9:30 today?
Should be.
Yeah, I got to take off just a little early if you don't mind jumping in here for
Sure.
a little bit. Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. All right. All right, so we are kind of, we finally, you can see this morning, before that PCE number came out, that we were stuck in yesterday's range. We extended here a little bit. Yesterday's level on the downside was, once we got through, that first level was down to 29 and then 19. They went down to 20 and a half there. And we come back up here. So if you're 34, because we got up here to 33, again, depending on your risk tolerance, a little bit more riskier. Maybe you got the, well, not for sure. We are going to miss it by just a tick. That's annoying. That is very annoying on that last move up there. Misses by a tick. Got up to 33.75 up there and decided to, nope, we're not going to trade the 34 to get us involved. All right, then. So obviously be a little bit careful here against the 34 because we did close a new bar. And so obviously it becomes a little bit riskier. So if you're going to keep that level, trade it just a little bit differently. Or maybe just do the 35 and 36, depending on your risk tolerance. All right. So we do have a couple numbers coming out at 8:45 here. So in about 8 minutes. All right, well, that was kind of annoying there. But that happens. What are you going to do? It happened again. It went right up to it again and stopped. So Be careful there at 34 if you're going to get in there at 34 for obvious reasons. And now we'll see what happens here. We do have a number coming out here in about 8 minutes. So we had the PCE number, again, well, it's not PCE number, it was the employment cost index, higher than expected, inflationary, so to speak. Yields on the 10s are, well, before the number, we're trading around 465. Again, pushing the 5% yield. I think the 2s are definitely in that 5% range. As the yield still seems to be inverted as we come back up here to our 35 area. Oh, well, they got up to 34 there and change and came off. This is kind of annoying right now. But what are you going to do? It is what it is. All right, let's see here. All right, well, they got up to 34 and change there, not hitting our 35. Oh, what are you going to know? What are you going to do? It is what it is. We're close. If you kept the 34, obviously you got paid off. Again, you have to be a little bit careful there. Maybe trade it very small if you're going to trade it at all. But it was riskier, and here we try to explain the risk. Again, it all depends on your risk tolerance. Maybe you trade it smaller, leave the 36 in. I mean, look, we canceled the 34 and it turned out. So it's one of those things that if there is a little resistance up here, I'd say, probably leave the 36 in. Yeah, well, again, it's getting to the point where this is about it. Again, more risk averse, you're not trading the level at all anymore. If you're going to be if you want to take a little bit of risk, maybe do the 36 and see if it does anything there, and trade it very small. And if you're very risk averse, you're not trading the level at all now. You're just going to look at the 43 next. So that's a decision that you have to make independent of anybody here. You have to do it on your own, knowing your own risk tolerances and how you're going to manage that. As we quickly come up here now to the 36 area, like I said, it's a lot riskier. But trade it small, take a little bit of shot, see what happens. If not, if you're more risk averse, you're not trading it at all. And you're looking at, what are we looking at? 43 above next. Trying to give us something here with the 36. Again, a little riskier, so maybe just take whatever the market gives you and be happy with it. Let's see if this bar holds here above the blue band or not. All right, like I said, just take what it gives. Give us a 1.5 there. Maybe if you just feel with it again, the level's kind of been violated a couple times, so it becomes a lot riskier. And so if the market gave us a little bit of a profit, maybe we should just take it and then move on. If you did the 36, obviously the 35, it's not going to happen. And now there's the pop. You hit the stops. but then we're getting really close to the number here. So you can see how the ladder ticket kind of thinned out here a little bit, right? There's not that many bids and offers in there. Coming up here to the 43 area. Now we do have a number coming out here in about 2 minutes. So be a little bit careful if you're going to trade it. All right, we have 43 area. Anything above 47, you definitely want to be out of any shorts. All right, market upticking here a little. We do have a number coming out here momentarily, so you're going to be. This is where you have to decide if you want to trade the volatility of a number or not. So, I mean, we'd like to be flat, even though the number is going to be coming out here momentarily. This number was out. This is why a couple minutes before we had that little pop, the number is released prior to they get it to subscribers, and you had that little rotation higher there. And I told you right when that was happening that how the market that was thinned out there a little bit. And I realized that the Chicago PMI is released to subscribers in a couple minutes before it released to the public, and that's why we had that little pop going forward there. Totally forgot to mention that. I totally forgot about it actually until I see that the bids and offers are back in the queue here. So now we're coming up here to the 43 area. Numbers is as out, so be a little bit careful. Above 47, you want to be out of any shorts. All right, again, we kind of just missed out on our entry point by just that much. It got right up to our blue band, the PMI number 37.9 versus 44.9 was expected. So bad number, good for the bond market too. Rally, S&P's rally. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. All right, well, we got up right up to 41 and a quarter there. It seems like it's one of those days where we're just kind of missing our entry points by just that much. That's kind of annoying. Okay. Just one of those days. What can I tell you? And we have another number coming out. Consumer confidence is coming out here at the top of the hour. And so we'll see what that brings to the table. So we got right up to 41 and change there against our 43. We got right up to our you can see our blue band, our green band and our hourly there was 41 and a half. We got blue band and our hourlies at 42. So right there, kind of just we had nice areas of resistance and got up to 41.25 here. So just so close, kind of all over the place here. A little resistance in this area. We'll see what it does. All right, coming back down here, a little support would be around the 33 area. All right, now we're breaking down a little support, like I said, down at the 33 here. If you're looking for a price action play, again, depending on how aggressive you are. Now we got down to 34 and change there. All right, kind of just floating around here. A little support here at 33. We'll see what it does. If you're a little aggressive, otherwise, you're wait. We're going to wait for the 21 on the downside. All right, we got down to 35 again. Pop back up. All right, looks like we're stuck in a little bit of a range. We have to deal with this number. It's going to be released here in about 7 minutes. We'll see what that brings to the table. All right, we're getting a little bit choppy here. This little range. All right, we're quickly drifting down here. A little support here at 33 if you're if you're a little aggressive. All right, again, trying to a little support area. Went down right down to that little support area there, on the 33 area. All right, we jumped in there, 34, 33 and change. Got down to 33 and a quarter, obviously, to get to 33. But again, it's a little area there. Got a little bit of a rotation here. Got up to 36 and a quarter. Take some profits here if you did jump in there around that area. Again, we're looking to take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market, a couple points here and there, and making sure you keep your stops in place. All right, if you're trying to stay long here, just remember we do have a number coming out here at top of the hour. VIX is trading at 14.8. After yesterday's very slow day, that kind of sucked out a little volatility. All right. Again, the market did go down to that 33 area that we said would have a little support and rotating back up here. We do have a number coming out here in about a minute or so, consumer confidence. So that's going to definitely, I think, move the market a little bit. So we'd like to be flat when the numbers are released. And so if you did jump in there and grab something down there at the 33 area, try to be flat, or if you want to stay long, it's up to you. But just explain the risk. We don't like to trade or have any positions on when numbers are released. Now tomorrow, the FOMC meeting, I think, might have a little bit. Again, that they're going to release all that information late in the afternoon. They have his announcement, and then the presser afterwards. So definitely, hopefully, you're not going to be around by late in the afternoon. You can see how the ladder ticket kind of thinned out here a little bit. And the number is going to be his release right now, but the ladder ticket kind of thinned out there a touch.
Did your news feed tell you that the Fed meeting started today?
No, not yet. So I haven't seen that anywhere.
I hadn't either.
So it might be. Sometimes they do have a one-day meeting. By the way, it's not always
okay.
a two-day meeting. Consumer confidence 104, 97 versus what they were expecting 104. A little bit of a rally, but nothing really significant. Thanks, Pat. Yeah, sometimes they do have just a one-day meeting. Right, it is tomorrow.
Yeah, at 1. The press conference is at 1:30.
Right, the presser is afterwards, right?
Yeah, I never saw. Usually they put in there the Fed meeting starts and you see it, but
Right.
this is not just a copy of the minutes, is it?
No. This is
Okay.
the meeting where you're going to have to wait and see what they say in regards to, how they're going to handle, what they're going to be looking for in their release of their minutes, not in the release of the statement. All right, now we're coming up here to the 40. Again, it's a little bit riskier right now, so if you're going to trade it, be a little bit mindful here. Obviously, we missed the 42 entry by just a little bit, so be a little bit cautious. I think probably take the 43 and 44 if you're going to do anything, but anything above 47 out of any shorts. This is where they're going to say, that they're going to be data driven. They're going to look at, and then they're going to see if the statement changes from last month in regards to, or the last meeting in regards to how bullish they're going to sound or not. and or dovish, is because they were very dovish last time. Again, they went from 6 cuts this year to 3 cuts this year to maybe 1 or 2 cuts this year. So they keep lowering the expectations of how many cuts to the point where it's probably going to be 0, and then even go the opposite way. But I was going to say about that. So anyway, but they're going to be saying basically they don't change, and then they're going to have to talk. They ask them questions about what data they're looking at and how much they look at the data and what data they're looking at. So all right, we went right up to 41 there. Almost gets a double top there, and then come off here a little bit. So now the 43 area is a little bit riskier based on the price action. Yeah, I mean, the bond market reacted to the employment cost index this morning and kind of staying in the same range. These numbers are there, but they're not significant numbers that they're going to really reflect anything. You get the initial rotation off the markets, and then they kind of just settle into the range, unless obviously it's a big number like the the employment cost index, which they focused in on this morning, which is the bigger numbers. Obviously, there's more weight on some numbers than others, and even though bond market kind of rallied a little bit off the number, but then it's just drifting back into the range. And we kind of rallied a little bit, but then drifted back into the range. So looks like the bond market and our market they almost look the same. We kind of just gauge a little bit. We look at the bond market a little bit. I mean, it used to be a little bit easier, not easier, but a little bit there was some kind of correlation between the bond market and the equities, but there's not as much anymore, and they seem to be going the same way. It used to be some good inverse relationship trade, and then all of a sudden, everything is going nuts here with interest rates and inverse. The yield curve is inverted, and so everything's inverted as well. So we don't look at the bonds. Kind of sometimes take a sneak peek over there, see what's going on, and see how we're reacting to it. But right now, it seems like bonds and equities kind of move in the same direction. But we kind of don't use it to help us trade at all, or nothing like that. All right, we are definitely setting up a little range here. Top side 41 area. So you have to be. We have 43. You're gonna have to be a little bit careful there. 43. I'll trade it a little bit smaller if you're going to do anything else, because of the way the market is setting up here. And this is where we talk about making adjustments to the levels, tweaking them a little bit, adding to them, adjusting them a touch, and adjusting your risk exposure a little bit, all based on the price action. And this is obviously one of those situations. And like so was the 35. Like we talked about. Depending on how aggressive you were, you probably don't even want to get into it, and then take maybe the top end of 36, and then gave us a little bit of a rotation off of that. And I just said, let's take whatever the market's giving us and move on, because just didn't feel like it was going to continue. And then they popped it back up here to this new level. And that's what I'm talking about. Even though we give you levels, you have to make adjustments according to the price action. You can't be oblivious to what the price action is saying. We missed it by a couple ticks earlier. We missed the entry point at the 35 area by a tick. So you have to make adjustments. You can't just blindly leave the trade in there and not make the adjustments, because the market's trading is making adjustments also as it's trading back and forth. All right, we're back here on these interim highs. We only have to make adjustments there and against the 43 area based on the price action. Anything above 47, you want to be out of any shorts. All right, we got ourselves in a little bit of a range up here at this level. Let's be a little bit patient. It's almost a little bit of a buy there above the 42.3 area, but we have a level there, so one kind of negates the other. So it's a tough little area here for us at this 42, 43 area. All right, we're just kind of drifting back here into this range. Again, we have to be just a little bit careful and mindful and patient. All of those things. We had a little bit of a buy there at the 33 area when it drifted back down there to 33 and change. That was a little bit of a scalp for us. And then now we are just kind of range bound here a little bit. So if you did jump in there, we said the 33 area was a little bit of a sport early on. Got back down there a few minutes ago right before the number, and now we're just kind of drifting back here in this range. All right, we're just again we got down to that 33 area again. um, and then bounce right back up here. If you're a range bound trader, that's the range it was supposed to hold. Anything below, I would say 30, 29, you want to be out of any, well, any longs, but did hold that 33 area again. This time you got 33 if you did play the range game and did a low end of the value. All right. Well, again, range bound. They go down to the 33 area again. Hold is definitely a range bound trade there if you did jump in. All right, just pretty much middle of the range type of situation here. Again, we have to be a little bit careful and patient. You can see how the 43 is a little bit risky based on what's going on here. So be a little bit careful if you're going to take it. Anything above 47 out of any shorts. All right. Well, again, we have to be a little bit careful of the 43 for the reasons we talked about. And obviously, if we go back down to the 33, it'll be third time back down there. I'd be a little bit mindful of trading that 33 going back down to the third for the third time. All right. Unfortunately, we do get logged in this little range game, and we have to be a little bit patient with the market as well. If you're a range player, you're doing okay. We did have a little support there at the 33 a couple times, and then kind of just dribbles back up and then comes back down. For those of you who just have joined us, we are trading mini S&Ps. We're looking for opportunities to scalp the market based on the levels we gave out this morning. We'll repeat the levels in the chat. They're there to guide us through the day. Sometimes we have to make a tweak to those. We can adjust those a little bit. We can add to them, subtract from them. This is the 43 area is one area here that we have to kind of tweak a little bit. We kind of missed out on the 35 area, and we have to adjust that a little bit just because we have to take into consideration the price action. Any levels that we give out or any trades that I may speak about are based on everybody's here's risk tolerance. Everybody has to take their own risk tolerance and take that into consideration. But also anything that we say as far as trades or talk about levels are taught in our coaching classes that we offer, education courses that we have. The goal is to make sure that you find these levels on your own, understand how to adjust them and tweak them based on price action as well. We do this on an everyday basis here in this room, and um, uh, again, if you're here for the levels, we are here, and we have to adjust. We're scalping this market, so we're looking for about 2 to 3 points on our trades, and uh, we average about 4 to 5 trades a day, and we also focus on the morning hours. We feel that the morning hours gives us a good bang for our money, especially since yesterday's trade was so slow. The afternoon trade gets a little different. The dynamics change, and the volatility changes, and a whole bunch of stuff. But we focus on the morning hours. We feel that the ebbs and flows suit our methodology well. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. You can see there in the chat, you see the levels that we give out this morning. Again, we can tweak those a little bit. We can adjust those. It all depends on the price action. All right. Well, you're still stuck in this little bit of a range here. Don, if you're around, maybe you can just jump in here for me the rest of the time here.
Okay.
I'm trying to get excited about this trade, but I'm going to hand it over to you, and you're going to make something happen.
Okay.
I don't know what. I don't know how, but you can make it happen for me, or for everybody else, because it is really, really quiet here today. It got quiet yesterday too. But at least we had some. We were able to hit our first levels of resistance, first level of support, and we're able to make a little bit of money. And then they pulled the plug the rest of the day. It looks like they might be doing the same thing here, waiting for the Fed to do their thing and say what they want to say. And we'll see where we go from there. All right. Thanks for jumping in here for me.
No problem. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
I honestly don't have any idea what it's going to do. But when it gets like this, we just hurry up and wait. Hey, Maureen, the answer to your question earlier before we got started, Texarkana is up in the northeast corner of Texas. And if you just drop straight down all the way almost to the Gulf of Mexico, there's a little town called Orange. Right before you step into Louisiana, that's where I'm located at. But it's almost just straight down right on the Texas-Louisiana border, just like Texarkana. Except in Texarkana, the line actually runs through the center of town. Orange, you have to go about 2 or 3 miles to get over the river. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. We're just twiddling our thumbs. Came down to our blue band and kind of bouncing off of it a little bit, not much. Yeah, we're coming back to our pivot. This time I would not take the pivot. That's just me. Watch it rotate back. Well, if you did take the pivot, you're kind of getting paid off a little bit. Kind of like you almost just had to take what the market gave you. Let's see, our next level below is going to be like at 21. We're just hovering back around our pivot. Let's see. It wants to hold that pivot, it looks like. The reason I wouldn't have taken it is I have a sneaking suspicious they're going to take it back to that 21 or that 18 area. Well, I waited too long. I wanted to short the pivot and couldn't make up my mind quick enough. Let's see. We've got a little intermediate support down here at around 24. That low at 830 may hold it. it's going to go, it's going to have to go pretty quick. It is just chewing that pivot zone up. I was using the 5130 pre-market there, and Saul came in with 29. We've got a little resistance up here at about 32, right below that 33, 34 zone. I think we have better at 33. Let's see if that will slow it down somewhat. Anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. You're not doing anything at the moment. If you are, you're taking very small positions. I can see areas like the 31, the 36, 24s. Now, how we're going to get to them, I have no idea. We can get back to 26. I believe we'll test that low down there at 20 area, 21. Coming back up to our 35. The number theoretically is null and void at this point. We've got too many signals up and down. And when it gets like this, basically what we do, we just back up and trade what we know, and what we know are the levels. The levels give us a zone to be able to scalp. You know, I can see us running all the way up into the 46 or 48 area. Let's see, what do we have up here? 43 is going to be our next level on the upside. Speak of levels to the upside, watch it turn around and go back down now. Yesterday was a whole lot easier to trade for me anyway. We get a couple of bars to the downside, then it just to slowly grind back up again. Yeah. I can see us coming all the way back down to the 30 to 31s. I can see us also going up. It's kind of, I'll sit here and I'll see these things on both sides, and I'm going, okay, where am I going to trade? Why am I going to trade? If I get in, where am I wrong? Get in, get out, and go next trade. Would have been happier if we'd have made it to 24. All right, we're coming back to our blue band. Our blue band's coming in there at about 33, 34, 33.75, somewhere in there. We've got a lot of clutter between 34 and 32. It climbed up through the clutter pretty fast, but I don't know if we'll go down pretty fast through it. We're back to the lower end of that value area. Yesterday's Globex low was like at 34.50, so that may be what's triggering this thing. I thought we should have seen at least 34 out of that drop right in there. Okay, we're coming back into that blue band. We're going through it pretty quick. Like I said earlier, I could see the 36, the 31, the 24s. So these are all areas that we're bouncing around in. We're coming down into the 31 area. If you're short coming into that, you should be able to get a fill at 31. Okay, if you were short, you got your 31. We got down to 29.50. Our pivot this morning is going to be 29. And we're coming up on 10 o'clock now. We're going to have to do something. We have traded that range from 30 to 40 for a while now. Guys, we're coming up on 10 o'clock. I'm still watching this trade right here. All right. We're going to have a little support down here at this 27, 2650 area. And let's see. Yeah. Salt's next level is going to be down at 21. We've already been down there once this morning pre-market. We're going to have a little support here at about 26.50, 24, and 20, I believe. Let's see, 20. Now 24 and 18. I was working that thing to the short side because I believe we come back down to that little spike low over here at 26.50. And we pretty much did. I got out around the 28, so it's good enough. As I'm looking just at the numbers where we should hit a little support, have to wait and see where this next minute or so goes. You know, we need to come all the way back down to that 21 area. We're at the 26.50 now. If you're real aggressive, you take it and you just take what the market gives you. The next level of support is going to be down here at 24. You took the 26.50. You're just probably looking for a spot to bail this thing. Sometimes these little intermediate levels there, if you stay too long, you're going to be wrong. But if you jump in, you just take what it gives you, whether it be a point, point and a half, point and a quarter, whatever. Just take you some profit and get out. You know, you paid for your time. You were in that trade roughly a minute or so. But I can also see us rotating all the way back to 30. But I don't think we're going to rotate back there until we finish this down push. The next level of support we're going to have down here is going to be around the 24. Let's see what happens when it gets to the 24. That'd be another one of those things where you just jump in and you jump out. I was able to get a point out of it. $24 should have bounced back to around 26. But I'm not holding it, not in this down push here. I'm here not to lose money. The next level we have down there is going to be at 21. Now it's going to go to 26. Go figure. Should have treated that 24 with a little more respect. All right. See, we got down to the 18. If you took the 21, well, it didn't bounce much. If you take the 18, you should be able to get out at 20. The sauce level was at 21. The next level below this is going to be at 11. I like them to bounce a little quicker. Next level down here is going to be at 11. I've got some support down here at 12. The number Saul gave out this morning was 11. I've got some setting at 12. If you take the 12, just take what it gives you. Should give you 2 points, but if it doesn't, take one. Down to 11, down to a little 10 and change. Yeah, if you took the 11, I'd still be looking for the 14. I had to take the 12 and the 11. Just keep your stops in. Let's see. What does he have below 11? 03 is going to be the next spot. Yeah, I still have faith in that 14. All right. If you bought the 12s, you get to where you can scratch it for maybe a little loss, not much. If you bought the 11s, I bought the 10s, 11s, and 12s. So coming up to our 14. Here we go. And I still like that 20 is still in play up there. So if you got an extra one or something, you don't want to take profits, either take your profits, leave your runner on and see what happens. Or you can just kind of take profits and get out and maybe wait for another opportunity. Don't know. This is where the belief system in what you're doing comes into play. Do I really believe we're going to get to 20? We should. Uh, So guys, it is now 10:20. If anybody needs anything, I will be in the background. See you tomorrow, Maureen. Take care. But I'm finished, and so I'll be back tomorrow. So I'll be in the background for a while if anybody needs anything.
or after coaching session hours. For those that have a question about our services, just raise your hand in Zoom and I can answer your questions. If you have a headset and a microphone, you can ask your question in audio. Hey, Gary, any questions? AKG, how are you? Mike, Philip, Sophie, Stanley, anybody else have any questions? If you're joining us outside one of our socials, pop in on the inside, ask your question. Daytradingmarkets.org, daytradingmarkets.org. If you're interested in trading better, join us in Zoom. If you're looking to set up yourself to trade, intraday trade the market, day trade the market, ask when you pop in. Let us know if you need charts. We're here live trading days in Zoom, setting individuals up to trade. We have a couple different options for you. For individuals that are looking to trade somebody else's capital, we have the ability for you to look to earn a funded trading account. If you have your own risk capital, that's great. We can help you get set up with a trading platform. You have the ability to set up your charts, order entry, be able to practice trade against real-time data. You're setting yourself up as an independent contractor, setting yourself up as an entrepreneur looking to trade the markets and look to trade the markets as a serious hobby, also known as a side hustle, looking to develop yourself into a professional independent trader. Looking to pick up looking to do 2, 3, 4, 5 trades, based on the morning session, from a profitable point of view. We're looking to pick up 2, 3, 4, $500 intraday trading the S&P 500 E-mini. Again, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades based on what we teach here, what Saul's forte is a price action trading methodology that starts out by setting key levels. The levels that we set today, now we're in the after session. We work the morning session we open up the service at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Right now it's 11:36 a.m. Eastern time. It is April 30th, 2024. Everything we do is for educational purposes only. Nothing's to be taken as direct trading or investment advice. We're in the business of helping traders get set up for themselves to be day traders, intraday traders of the market, right? In this case, we pick what we think is a highly liquid instrument. You can make money on the upside and the downside. The upside and the downside. You can see how the market behaved today based on looking at our charts. We got 2 time frames for the S&P 500 E-mini and a 30-year bond chart. You can review our charts, take a close look. You can pick up on how we set our charts up as you get yourself set up. We can work with you on a group coaching basis, which is our entry into our world here. We can help you on a one-on-one opportunity. It's our one-on-one coaching sessions. Hey, Stanley, any questions? Sophie? Gary? Choose the chat feature to respond. If you have a question that you'd like to ask with your headset and microphone. We have a question here. This is our Q&A time after the morning session. They asked what the levels were that we were working with this morning. So we had coaching levels. Now, let's talk about Saul's coaching levels. Saul is your host and mentor. He is your teacher. He is the one that can teach you price action trading, his methodology. He can teach you how to set these levels so you can make these levels your own. In other words, set them when you come in to start the morning session of trading. In other words, we're setting you up to be an independent, focused price action trader for yourself and looking to develop enough skill to be able to activate your account and pick up money for the morning session. You know, again, $200, $300, $400, $500. Start raising your contract size and you can do better than that. That's the goal. So Saul has been trading for 25 years or so. He started out and cut his teeth on the trading floor in Chicago as a beginning trader that developed into a lifetime of trading, 25 years or so. He is actively scalping based on this price action trading strategy that he has developed. And he starts out the morning session by setting key levels that he believes gives him an advantage over other traders. And you could certainly look to do the same based on utilizing his levels. So having said that, Saul has a technique that he can teach you. He can work with you and hone you based on that technique. He can critique you based on the trades that you're doing, trades you could have done, based on his price action trading methodology and scalping the market in and around these pre-mapped out levels and zones. So today he had 51.29 as the pivot. This is important, right? So Saul looks to create discipline for himself, and he has learned to set levels that he believes the market is going to make change at. And from a short trade and long trade perspective, he can capitalize on that trade action in and around those levels and capture money for himself and reduce his downside risk. So when he enters a trade, he's got an trade entry in and around one of these levels. He's got an exit strategy, which he's looking to pick up 2 points plus. He may get out of the trade right away, depending on the action of price and the activity. And then he has the concept of his stop placement on the downside, which is his ultimate exit strategy based on setting up his trade. Now, the entries, exits, and stops are set up in a way that is looking for the advantage of momentum trading in and around these pre-mapped out levels that represent support and resistance. So I gave you the first one, which was 51.29. And on the upside, he had 51.35, 51.43, 51.52, 51.64, and 51.73. Now, from a resistance point of view, individuals, or support and resistance point of view, and we'll get to the resistance side, there are individual traders out there that find Saul's levels very good and very good for their trading and will pay him to receive those levels on a daily basis. And they look to utilize them as a trading advantage to them, as Saul deems it's a trading advantage to him to have these levels set, or setting these levels, I should say. He sets them based on his technique to set them, which can be taught to you right around the cash open Cash open here is 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So he set his pivot at 51.29. I read off the resistance ones, and now let's look at the support. You can see how the charts, how the market behaved today. Support seemed to be pretty important. He had 51.29 as the pivot. Then he had 51.21, 51.11, 51.03, and 50.93 and 50.83. So that's the downside resistance side of the market. Now he's expecting the price in the S&P 500 E-mini, right, to move. We hope it moves, right? We don't want a stagnant flat market. We want a heartbeat, if you will, the market doing something. Every day is different. Sometimes it's crazy. You got a lot of momentum and follow through. Sometimes you sit on your hands, and that's based on experience. Other days you load them up, based on how the market is treating you for that particular day. But we're looking for a consistent trading activity, looking to pick up 2 points plus on a daily basis. That gives us the opportunity to run our business. But we're not interested in pushing it, taking risk that is unnecessary, trade during times when it's just not advantageous to do that. And you learn that. You learn that by being part of Saul's world. You learn that by your own experience. Sometimes you got to learn that by, touching a hot stove when you shouldn't be trading. You end up trading anyway. So there's a lot to be discussed, taught, reinforced, learned over again, so you get good at it. And that's the same thing with any endeavor. You really have to understand the fundamentals of, then work on the fundamentals of, practice the fundamentals of, wear yourself out in developing your muscle memory, right? In learning how to do this, and then making it your own. Learning how to set the levels is one thing. What to do with those levels is another. And it is one educational experience from an experienced trader to help you bridge the gap from being okay and being a trading loser to being a trading winner. And there's a big difference there. Trading is pretty easy. Being an average trader is pretty easy. But being a consistently profitable trader where you can have a trading business for yourself as an entrepreneur takes time and effort on your part. It takes time and effort on Saul's part. It takes discipline. It takes the ability to adapt and change yourself, based on, human nature. Sort of got to twist it a little bit to be able to work the market against other people and be able to capitalize on that working of the market to your advantage by making money, not almost making money. Not I'm almost there yet. We got a lot of people that are on the cusp maybe of doing well, but just haven't made it. And Saul is here as an opportunity for you as an individual to seek out his consultation, his wisdom. One of the things that I think is keys to all this is that Saul is trading. He is at risk. He is trading based on a particular trading discipline, price action trading. He is actively scalping in and around his pre-mapped out levels, and that gives you an advantage because you can ask him. You can say, I did this and that, and Saul, what did you do? And how can I do better in my trading? And it's interesting because you end up having a dialogue, a personal relationship with him. And that dialogue and personal relationship can turn into a mentor-mentoree experience. Saul is a human, right? He's a carbon-based unit. Not every day works out based on how the market's behaving, and even its levels and technique, and that's something that makes him real. There's an awful lot of not realness out there by people who aren't real, that are fake. And one thing that Sol isn't is fake. And that is a plus for you, based on you, individual, looking for that entrance into being a serious, disciplined, consistently profitable trader, whether you call that a professional, independent professional trader, somebody great at their side hustle or their serious hobby. But net, the idea is, how do you come to your screens for a window of about 2.5 hours? Be disciplined enough to set yourself up for the session, work that session to your advantage. Not often do we get the opportunity, like our motto, right? StayTradingMarkets.org is our URL to come in and register for Zoom. Take the time to register for Zoom. We have a number of individuals coming in through our socials. We appreciate you. Our motto is Day Trading Markets. Watch, listen, learn to unlock your personal earning power by trading. Learn trading as a living. Watch, listen, learn to trade. Trade better. New and experienced traders, we have trading platforms for you if you don't have it already, so you can get yourself set up and practicing. We have trading account capital available for those that are looking to earn a funded trading account and don't want to use their own money to do this business for themselves. What you bring to that is talent. Sol helps you develop your own individual innate talent. Trade the market for yourself. So let's take a moment now. We done this. We tried to do this a couple times during the session. Please take a moment, if you're joining us through our socials, or even if you are in our Zoom, to get the word out about this service. Go to our home base within our social, like us, share us, heart us, repost us. When you get to our home base in Facebook or on X/Twitter or Twitter/X, or you're on YouTube or you're on Twitch, or you see us someplace, take a moment, review the posts that we have done and the videos that we do, and please like us. If you see a like already, like us again. If you see a heart already, re-heart us. Pile on the hearts. Repost us. Go through the list and just repost them. It's really good for our distribution, the distribution based on the algorithm. So there's a method to the madness. If you know anybody, and this is an outreach, not an outrage, an outreach, we are interested in finding individuals that are talented, they know something about the market, right? And you're talented in the space of getting the word out. We're looking to get out to TikTok based on a short or a reel. I don't know what they call them. And then also in Instagram. So let's take our moment now and do all the above that we just talked about. If you do know how to and you're skilled in that, let us know in our chat when you come into Zoom. Obviously, we encourage you to take, what is the deal? Procrastination is not movement. It's not a choice. It's sort of a frozen position. Take action for yourself by joining us in Zoom. Take that action now by registering for Zoom, our private Zoom webinar hosted by Sol. We have Don in the morning. Don hails from the great state of Texas. He's actively scalping for his own trading account. He's actively scalping based on price action. He's actively scalping in and around Sol's levels and zones. He is actively scalping in and around based on his own advancement on his trading technique. He started out trading before he met Sol. He met Sol and they've become trading buds and buds. And he's here on a daily basis slugging it out. He is working on his craft and looking to get better on a daily basis. And you can ask him questions about it. Hey, Don, how you making out? Don, what trades did you do? What trades are you doing? And you can do the same with Sol. Sol, how'd you do today? What trades did you put on? What was the trade you lost on? Now, these are all great questions for questions and answers for somebody who is actually trading and not faking people out by pretending to trade. You want to deal in the reality with individuals that are rowing the boat in the same direction, framing the day from a discipline point of view, and then working that day based on the discipline. The discipline is the levels and zones, and the adaptation based on price action as those levels come into play, or those levels become invalidated based on the action of price. And you want to know that, you want to know the reason that can happen, and you don't want to get sucked into a trade where you don't belong, based on your individual trading experience. Now, setting yourself up for the morning session, receiving Sol's levels or learning how to set Sol's levels, learning the entries, exits, and stops and the whys of price action trading in and around those levels, and working the market for 2.5 hours is a pretty darn good side hustle. I mentioned from time to time, which I think is interesting, is that there are individuals out there that are traders, and then there's individuals out there that are good at it. We call them professional traders. And I think that there's a huge chasm between one and the other. And there's also, as an example, if somebody is a gambler or somebody is a professional gambler. The professional gambler is going to fleece the gambler all the time. The gambler is just really a victim of those that know better. And that's really the same thing with trading. Once you get good at this, you're now taking money from other people that aren't good at this. And that becomes, I hate to say it, easy pickings for you as an individual contractor, picking the money from the other people. Now, that's the harsh reality because, hey, there are people out there that don't know what they're doing, are doing what the masses do. They're all in the starting gate at 9:30, ready to bust out. And believe me, people are pretty smart. And they noodleize on this stuff. They mentalize on it. They create charts that you can't even believe. They have feeds, coming in from all over the place that are providing them with, information. They are looking to do the right thing after the opening bell and trade and make money for themselves. Unfortunately for them, they get spun up with standardized software. They get spun up with the idea of dealing as part of the masses in the mosh pit, and they get run over. They get stopped out. They may make some money here, but then they lose it there. They may have an idea where the market may go, and then they get stopped out and it goes there. It's painful. What we look to do is help you, empower you to do it differently, where you are setting up the trading day by setting these key levels or learning how to set Sol's levels or receiving them. From a simulation point of view, pay attention the action of price in and around those levels. Start to validate for yourself whether Sol's levels are any good over a period of sessions. And then listen, watch, listen, and learn as Sol is trading and laying out the day. Have a trading consultation about where you are, where you'd like to be, and start working for yourself in learning how to do this in an orderly, disciplined, professional pattern for yourself. Now, right now it's 11:58. We're going to be running this close now. We're going to come back and do this again tomorrow. We're going to be in our Zoom room. Come into the Zoom room if you have interest in becoming a star for yourself in the business of trading the market for yourself, being taught by a 25-year veteran trader of the trading pits that is currently scalping and at risk, utilizing his levels. You can learn how to set his levels. You can learn what to do with those levels, have it reinforced and taught to you based on price action trading. You can do one-on-one coaching sessions with Sol as a student mentoree arrangement, mentor-mentoree arrangement, and start to work the market for your benefit. So take a moment and like us. We do have a new community that we just set up in X/Twitter, Day Trading Markets. Look under communities when you go to your profile in X and join that community. Go through our list of the various other days, past days, and like them, share them, post them, heart them. That would be great. Do the same in Facebook for us. We appreciate it. Do the same in YouTube. Pop in, register for Zoom. You'll get a link to come in tomorrow based on your registration. If you've registered already, you should get a link on a daily basis. If you don't get the link, ask or re-register. Actually, the better thing is to re-register. The better thing for you is to re-register. Daytradingmarkets.org. It's not .com, it's .org, O-R-G. Daytradingmarkets with an S.org. All right, we'll see you all tomorrow. We'll see you in Zoom. Take the time to come out of your socials and into Zoom directly. Join us, join the party. Be the best you can be. And we can look to help you do that. $200, $300, $400, $500 we're looking to pick up during the session. Let's see if we can help you do the same. Remember, there's a lot that goes on both publicly and privately here. Ask, be conversive. Day trading markets